Okay, so how many of you comment below if you feel like your humor doesn't hit all the time? And I'm telling you, with your twin flame, it's gonna hit all the time. So for example, I'm walking through the woods and I see exhibit A. Okay. So try to tell other people about that. Try to show other people pictures of that. Kind of giggle about it. They think I'm weird, right? Has it ever happened to you? Has it ever happened where like something you say just doesn't land and you're like, why does this make sense to me? And like nobody else gets it, right? But like, I don't know if this is going to be allowed. It's a tree. It's just a tree. I didn't say any words, you know? It's just a tree. But see, my twin flame gets it. We both walk past that tree, we giggle at it, right? And some of you are in separation land, and maybe you don't have a chance to talk to your twin flame right now, but I promise you I was there. I was there in separation land. I was. And it took a little bit of work, but now we're not in separation land, okay? And I coach people how to get out of separation and into harmony and harmonious union with your twin flame. But like, I guess what I really wanted to talk about is you're not going to be accepted by everybody. You're not. Except when you heal blocks, you will 100% be accepted by your twin flame, including your sense of humor. Including your sense of humor. To me, my sense of humor is like precious, right? Like that's like part of who I am. It's part of how I interact with reality. Oh my God. Okay. See, like some of you might have laughed at one of those things, but not both, or maybe both, but like with your twin flame, all your jokes gonna land. They really are. They're the only person in all of creation who can get you. Like, I've shared jokes that other people are just kind of like, you know, and I mean, you just have to love yourself. If it's just like you walking in the middle of a forest on your own, your twin flame's in your heart. Oh, by the way, my twin flame is a real person. His name's Josh, and he does hang out with me, and I send him a picture of that tree, and he sent me back something about that tree wants to... Bad word. That tree wants to... Anyway. But, okay, so how do you get to the point, if you're not in contact with your twin flame, of being in contact with your twin flame and sharing your inside humor jokes with each other? Well, it's a process, and it's not hard, but it's not instant, and it is instant at the same time. Oh, you're probably getting angry, like, what does she mean? She's talking in circles. I'm going to explain everything, don't worry. I need to get out of the sun. It's hurting my eyes. And you're probably wondering, okay, if the sun's hurting my eyes, why don't I put my sunglasses on? Well, that's just because when I'm creating a video for you guys and I want to talk about something real, like I don't like to have that barrier before my eyes, right? Just a spiritual thing there. So how do you get from being in separation where you're not talking to your twin flame to maybe even if you are talking to your twin flame, but it seems like they're always grumpy or angry with you, or they're like pushing you away. How do you get from there to being able to laugh and giggle with them, right? Even if you don't know who they are the person who is going to love and accept you for who you are all the time. And in my case, what did I have to do? So there was a time in my life where I did not have any contact with Josh. Like, we met and we fell in love, and then we got in all these arguments and fights and explosions. And we're very powerful, emotional people. And what did I do? Well, I did inner work. And if you're on my channel and you watch my channel, you're going to know exactly what kind of inner work got me the results that I wanted, and probably that you want if you're still watching this video. If you want to walk down a path and giggle with your twin flame, or have the romance that you want, or the best friend that you want, the person that gets you completely when nobody else can, that's your twin flame, and you absolutely do want to have harmony with them. They're your ride or die for life, right? So I did inner work. Sometimes it felt really bad. Like the inner work that I practice, that I teach, is all about going to those places inside of you that maybe you don't want to feel, or maybe you don't want to admit to yourself. But I promise you, going to those places is what you need to do, and then bringing love to those places. So I practice a 4-step process called the mirror exercise, and it works for every single upset that you could have under the sun, especially and including with your twin flame. And the mirror exercise is something that is a simple process, but it's challenging. Sometimes the most simple things are the most challenging. You ever tried transcendental meditation? Simple, but challenging, right? So I practiced the mirror exercise. I also watched classes to teach me what was really going on my twin flame journey. So I watched Twin Flame Ascension School. There are over 300 classes, like 325 classes, and they're 90 minutes each. You might be like counting up the hours of time. It's like over 400 hours of content there. Why so much? Well, it's because your mind is so stuck on thinking a certain way. And habits are very challenging to break when it's a physical habit. But if it's a mental habit, it's even harder. So your belief system, believing that you're separate from your twin flame, has been around for a long time, for this lifetime, for maybe even past lifetimes, if you believe in that. And you must root out any and all limiting beliefs that you have about your twin flame, about your ability to be loved, about your ability to love, and replace it with the truth that you're a lovable person, you're a likable person, you're a child of the divine, right? And that you are worthy of love. I read in the book Twin Flames: Finding Your Ultimate Lover that the reason we have a twin flame is because Spirit, or the Creator, or God, loved us so much that he wanted us to have a companion on earth other than him, right? But how do you get that companion? You can't go out and shop it. You can't make them want to be with you. You can't cry or cross your arms and scowl at them and hope that they're going to change their mind. You have to do inner work. With your twin flame, it works because they share one consciousness with you. They are one with you at the core. They're not separate from you. And so when you do inner work, you become happier, you become more content with yourself. And here's the thing. This is the big secret, is when I started practicing the mirror exercise, when I wasn't talking with my twin flame, I would have these little inside jokes, and I'd be okay just sharing them with myself and God, right? Like I'd get to the point where I'm like content, whether someone likes me or not, whether people laugh at my jokes or not. I'm like, well, I thought it was funny. I don't need people's approval. I don't need people to like me. We are all social creatures, and no, it's not, I don't just throw myself into a room where everybody's like grumpy and bending over, like hunched over at their desks and pouring like into their work and like just not wanting to laugh or whatever. I'm not like Patch Adams, if you've ever watched that movie. He like didn't stop. He continued to be himself, and some people accepted him, and some people were just so grumpy, right? And I just couldn't stand that. I can't stand grumpiness when I'm trying to be myself and trying to enlighten the room with joy. Enliven the room, I guess it's a better word. But I used to get so upset when people would reject my joy or reject me like that. And that was part of what Josh, my twin flame, was mirroring to me when he rejected me. So I had to make some adjustments and realize that it didn't matter if other people didn't like me or not. I think for me, when I got to that point, it's when he started coming around. And I didn't get to that point just by snapping my fingers. I got to that point through a process, the process I told you about, the mirror exercise. And it's a very simple to follow process. It works. And you don't have to keep going, you know, like searching in the dark for your, you know, solution. This is the solution. It's done for you. It's a path to walk, and you can have help with it. And that's what I coach other people on. So if you're looking to resolve separation from your twin flame and you want to learn how to be cool with yourself and feel good about it and attract not only your twin flame, but other friendships and relationships and work relationships, jobs that honor you and love you for who you are. I mean, I don't know about you, but that sounds like heaven to me. If you want to learn how to do that, you don't have to change your personality. You don't have to try. You don't have to strive and struggle. All it takes is removing the barriers within you through a process that I can teach you. So look in the description box. I want to meet with you if you resonate with this. Let's try 30 minutes or an hour together and see what I can do for you. I'm 100% sure that if you resonate with me in this video, that you're going to really enjoy working with me. So look in the description box. I'll give you 50% off your first session. And like and subscribe to this video because I'm always producing new twin flame content. See you next time.